So let's make a cute little farmhouse garland with some paint chips from Home Depot. Whenever I'm at Home Depot, I always grab a few paint chips, and I am there way more often than you would think. It's my second favorite craft store. I'm going to use some twine, Dollar Tree, Dollar Store, a pair of hole punchers, a single, some different kinds of ribbon. I don't use them all in this video, but this is what I was thinking when I started. So there you go. I wired ribbon, unwired ribbon, Dollar Tree, Michaels, all the places. There's some raffia on the table there, which I do not show you, but I'm using, and some wire from a floral wire from Home Depot or Michaels, or in this case, I think this came from the Dollar Tree. You can get it in green and red, and this is what I had, guys. So this is what I'm going to show you with. All right. Next up, we are going to start making the carrot. So take your paint chips and decide which colors you want to use and which ones are, you can use various colors, you can use all the same color, and which way you think you'd like the stripe to go, on the top or on the bottom, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. So I'm just deciding here, I think I like the stripe on the top part, so it doesn't stay that way though, guys, when I'm crafting. Just watch what happens. One of them does its own thing and goes a different way, but that's okay. This is crafting. It's a choose your own adventure type of thing, and that's the fun of crafting, is that I can make anything work if I'm really just happy to put my mind to it and enjoy the process. So this is, I'm just measuring now. I'm going to grab one of the paint chips and measure to the center of the bottom. You don't have to measure it. I just don't want to fold it to find the center. So measure to the center, mark it, and then you can either draw a line from the corner to the center on both sides. You'll see what I mean. I don't bother drawing a line. I just use my ruler. And I am going to cut this now and make the triangle shapes by using my ruler and on my Fiskars cutting mat. Do not do this on your table with a box cutter. You will be sorry. So make sure you have a cutting mat down, a self-healing cutting mat. I'm just going to use my box cutter, Home Depot again, and cut from the corner down to the mark, the center mark. There we go. And I'm going to do that on the other side. Now you see where the triangles are up around the wide part, or sorry, the stripes are up around the wide part. That's the part that is the top. I'm going to keep doing this until we get them all done. Next up, I'm going to take a pair of scissors and trim off the ends, curve the corners. I don't do the bottom. I didn't like the very sharp edges, so I curved the corners, and then I decided I wanted a bit more of an organic look and not so straight. So I'm just taking my scissors and just kind of wiggling along the edge and trimming off a little tiny bit. You can see it's not much, but it's just enough to make it slightly more curvy and a little more carrot shape as far as I'm concerned. You do not have to do this. It's totally up to you, but I thought it was kind of fun. Now that we have that done, I'm just going to punch some holes in the carrots. I'm going to punch 2 holes in each carrot so I can thread ribbon, wire, jute, whatever through there and make them hang nicely on the garland, whatever you're going to use for your to hang your garland. So there we go. That's what we use the hole puncher for. And all good. Now once that's done, I'm happy with that. I decide to trim up. You know, when you're crafting, you're always just doing a little bit here and a little bit there, making it more what's in your mind come out onto the the project. So there we go. Now I wanted some of that twine that is wired, and I didn't have any, so I thought I'd attempt to wire some twine to a piece of the floral wire and see if that worked. So I'm just winding it around the floral wire and making a bit of a knot so that that will hold the twine while I start to wrap it. And then I literally just start twirling and wrapping the twine around the wire to see if I can make a bit of twine that's more wired and has more body than just the twine by itself. So there you see. You have to have it knotted at the one end, or else it's just going to slip right off. So do some kind of a knot at the end. Not too big that it doesn't, you want it to be able to still go through those holes that you punched on the carrots, But this is creating a bit of a bit of body in the wire and the twine for me. A little more farmhouse, not just wire, but more body to the twine, which is exactly what I wanted to do. Now, when you get to the end, you do have to make a knot in the other end as well. So cut your twine once you've got it all wrapped. Cut your twine a little bit longer so you have something to work with just in case. And then you can also, I think you could probably do a bunch of wire together and then do a long wrap of twine, but I haven't tried that yet. So you'll just have to give it a go and let me know how it works for you. Now, there we go. I'm just going to do the same thing I did on the other end, is kind of make a makeshift knot and wrap it around a bit so that it just holds the twine together and we are good to go. Then I decided I wanted to add some raffia to make the tops of the carrots. Now you can paint this raffia, guys, but I left it natural because I was looking for a little more of an organic vibe. And I'm just folding it over a few times, just like that, and tying a knot in the bottom. That's all there is. That I don't want to do it super complicated. I just want to make it as easy as possible. Okay, so I just tie a knot in the bottom, tie it as tight as you can. Give it a good yank. Then I trim off the top. Trim the bottom, not too close to the knot though. Don't worry, you won't be able to see that part. And then trim a bit of the top so you can get your carrot top shape from the raffia. There we go, just like that. And then I take those and glue them to the back of the carrot, just like that, to get my carrot shape. So now we're going to wire the carrots together. And we're just going to put them on the wire that we made, the jute twine that's been wired. Be careful when you do it. It is still paper, even though it's tougher. I did wind up tearing it right here. And I left this in so you could learn from my mistakes and you don't make the same one, right? But I love how much body this wired twine has. Now, if you can get it and buy it, it's great to have. But if you don't have it, it's worth trying to make yourself to see if you can do something like this. And then we just finished by putting the last one on. Now you can make as many of these as you want. I just went with 3 to give you the demonstration of the idea. But you can totally do 20, 10, whatever you want. And last but not least, there's always time for bows. So I make a couple of little hand-tied bows and pop them on here, and that finishes it off nicely. Now you can use whatever. I was going to use black and white, but I decided to try this Dollar Tree unwired ribbon, and I think that it did a good job. So you can pick this up at the Dollar Tree, obviously for $1, $1.25, whatever they're selling it for now. And just make yourself a couple of little hand-tied bows. Now you can either put them right on the carrots and then maybe put some other ripped fabric strips in between on the garland. However you like to decorate your garland. So I'm just making, like I say, this little hand-tied bows. And because it's single-sided ribbon, I have to be a little more cautious about how I do it. And then we use these hand-tied bows to decorate the banner. So that is all there is to it. There you go, your cute little paint chip carrot banner that you can use for Easter or spring. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more from me. Cheers!